Welcome to Trashy Thursday, the worst day of the week where I will play the worst games of all time. Tonight's game, Wayne's World for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. And now it's time to get fucked. Alright, Wayne's World for the Super Nintendo. This was a game that one of my friends had back in primary school, and along with Beavis and Butthead and Super Metroid. So the three games that he had when we played at his place were these two, Super Metroid. He also had Mortal Kombat 2 and Populous, so it was really a wild and eclectic collection. But this was fun. This was at the time where I didn't have a Super Nintendo, and, well, I liked going to his place. We hung out, and part of hanging out was trying to beat Wayne's World. So here we are with some shtick from the film. The extreme close-ups. Ah! Whoa! Whoa! Yeah, just like the film. Alright, so they have lists of stuff, blah, blah, blah. Let's speed it up a little bit here. They're talking about video games that sucked. And in the movie, basically their sponsor is Noah's Arcade, who is a Bill Murray's brother, Brian Doyle Murray, playing a sponsor. And so yeah, so the game is one of those where the fuck do I go kind of video games from the 90s, where everything tries to kill you and the level design is heart attack inducing. I mean, look at that. How the hell am I supposed to situate myself in that? It feels very much like Home Improvement for the Super Nintendo, but very much more so because of all this stuff that's on screen at once. I do like that they sort of at least watched the film, you know. It still feels like somebody like cared about the film. I mean, you get swing powers, which are like screen clearing powers, and you have your guitar, and then of course the no stairway stuff, and it's all based on stuff that's in the actual film, except, you know, as a 90s video game. It's really weird. One thing that always bugged me when I was younger was, why is Wayne's shirt white? And I guess it's to make him stand out more, but then again, the whole sprite, everything surrounding the white shirt is black. So they could have easily gave him a charcoal shirt, and it would have been, like, you know, much more film accurate. Then again, here I am debating the film accuracy of Wayne's World for Super Nintendo. Oh boy. So yeah, I have no idea where I'm going, but oh, nice. The walls push me back. Very nice. This is a game that some people paid top dollar for at the time, and what? Oh, well, that's cool. Not worthy, like in the Alice Cooper scene. Alright, so I fast-forwarded a little bit. I restarted that part of the level at least 5 times. So now I'm a little further in. Yeah, now we're getting into some platforming action with some bongos, as you do. And, yeah. Well, one of the things that really bugs me about this game is you never see the enemies. They can start firing even if they're off-screen. A lot of games of the era had the enemies only start firing when they were on screen to give you like a fighting chance, but not Wayne's World. The enemies just fire whenever you're in their field of vision. Most of the times when they're off screen, so there's really no way to fight them. You just have to sort of dodge their projectiles, and that's all there is to it. Oh, killed by symbols. Denied. Alright. I also hate the accuracy needed. Oh, fuck's sake, come on. You need to be super accurate for those amp electrical currents, or else they get you. What? No! I didn't see that! Oh, that's not fair! Everything's coming at you at once in this stupid game. Alright, let's keep going. Oh, fuck's sake. Alright. Not gonna die, come on. I would love to have a health meter too, like the health in this is the thumbs up. The hearts are actually the number of lives, or mans, if you're speaking old school, that Wayne has, is search for Garth. Get off me! Alright, cool. Let's not lose a life here. Let's not lose a life here. Come on. Alright, I got the swing. Oh no! Oh! Oh, that sucks. Game over? You know what? Fine. Let's try other versions of this game. I actually want to save Garth from whatever's grabbing him here. It looks purple, but whatever. Let's try Wayne's World for the Sega Genesis. Oh, jeez. Okay, it's a lot better that laugh when there's the echo. All right. So on Sega Genesis, let's see if the game's any better. It would be very cool to see that maybe the game's different. Maybe the Sega version is better, thanks to that good old-fashioned blast processing. Let's see. So far, it's about the same thing. The graphics, the colors are a little more accurate to the film. It's very rare, I'll say this, but so far the Genesis version looks better. Usually it's the other way around if you play the Mortal Kombat films. If you play the Mortal Kombat games, for example, on Genesis, they play better, but they look like shit. The flashback seems to be about the same. So now, let's get into it. Okay, so the game seems to be about the same. Genesis sounds are a little bit more, I don't know, metal sounding. I guess it's better, but the sprite and everything, it's. I know a lot of games came out for SNES and Genesis at the same time. They were like ports, and sometimes one was made for one and ported to the other, or vice versa. Sometimes they were simultaneously developed. But this looks pretty similar. I mean, you'd have to put one next to the other, but yeah, no, this looks tight. I think the color palette choices here are a little less. Actually have more contrast in between the colors that are chosen, so it makes the game overall a little easier to see. But the fucking gameplay is the same. Jesus. Alright, let's keep trying. Come on. What killed me? What the fuck even killed me? Okay. Well, you know what? We're gonna try Wayne's World for the Game Boy. Wayne's World for the Game Boy. Wow, Saturday Night Live, because it is a Saturday Night Live skit. Oh, it's THQ in the 90s with a licensed game. Fun fact, the person who started THQ, and then Jack Specific, was the creator of LJN. So I have high hopes for this game. First level, you play as Garth with a laser gun. In the music store, okay, fair enough. But wouldn't Wayne's World start the first level with Wayne? You'd think that's what would happen. Hey, at least look, I got these party on scenes. Okay, that's pretty neat. Alright, so now we have Wayne. I don't have the gun, but I have this really shitty kick. It's like the shitty Beatles. That's what's playing tonight. Ugh. Come on. Ugh. Come on! That is not excellent. Okay, so I lost a life fighting a saxophone, as you do. That sounds like my high school experience where I actually did play alto saxophone. Fun Jerome fact here. Alright. The first boss is... a row of vinyls. Alright. Let's go to Stan Mikita's. I'm pretty sure it's Stan Mikita's, because the parody is that Stan Mikita's was a hockey player, kind of like Tim Hortons was a hockey player. But anyways, in here they call him Stan Makita, so I don't know if the movie's wrong or if this is wrong. Whatever, doesn't matter. It's Stan's Donut Shop. Alright. So here we are collecting donuts. Oh! Time's out. The lousy Beatles. Yeah, the other games, the SNES and Genesis games, both censored the shitty Beatles as the lousy Beatles. So far, I've played one level as Wayne and 2 levels as Garth. They should have called this game Garth's World. That's why they pay me the big YouTube bucks for that kind of above normal observational skills. Alright, we made it. No! Fuck off with that Donkey Kong shit. Alright. Now it's time for Wayne Campbell to jump in. Play on! Okay, so the controls were slippery, but I made it. Now we're outside of the music store and into the Gasworks, or were we at the Gasworks previously? Gasworks, of course, is the not nightclub, but the bar, I guess, where they played where Cassandra's band, Crucial Taunt, I think the name is, played their song. Yeah, there we are. She's a babe. She's a mega babe. If she were a president, she'd be Babraham Lincoln. Oh, so now we have a bonus level again at Stan Makita's Donuts. It is the same exact level. Alright, now we're in the streets behind the Gasworks, I guess, as Garth with his gun shooting cats. Sure. Okay. Are we sure this game is not just a reskinned RoboCop game? Actually, we're not sure. Actually, with the robots now attacking me, I'm not sure. This could actually be a reskinned RoboCop game as far as I know. Ah, jeez. Okay, so I found the trick for these guys. You gotta move forward or backwards a little bit as they kick. Oh, okay, they follow me the whole level. That's very aggressive AI. Let's just run past this place. Oh, it's the same thing copy-pasted like 7 times. That's great. Alright, done with this level. I'm done! And now we have the exact same bonus level. Again. Alright. So, blah, blah, blah. Need to go to the studio. So now we're at the TV studio, where we have to stop Evil Benjamin from ruining your show thanks to political correctness, while also trying to put a move on your mega babe, Cassandra. That won't do. I don't think that's a Wayne's World line, but whatever. Alright. Okay, what the fuck is going on? Oh no! This is like a Donkey Kong thing when the lights go out. Ah, snaps. Okay, let's do this. Come on. We can do this. Okay. Woo! Gotta be careful here, because, you know, the lights are gonna be out, and I'm not gonna be able to see what platform I'm jumping on. Oh, I fell. This is the falling animation. You just sit down and pout. Wow, okay, so close. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright, alright, alright. Alright. Okay. Yes! Done with that. Never have to do that shit again. Alright. What? A second one? A second fucking... Okay, sure. Whatever. Let's just get through it. Oh my god, this is fucking brutal. Ah, come on. Ah, you son of a bitch. There's a timer in a platformer. No. Alright, let's keep going. There's not enough time to do this. I've been trying non-stop. Like, the game's generous. I went into the options, I think. I put the maximum number of lives. Denied, and I lost like 10 lives here just trying to do this thing. Never mind. You know what? Let's just go back to the Wayne's World for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Okay, so now we're back on Super Nintendo. Whew. Let's try to just concentrate, take our time, fight the enemies, and maybe with some concentration, we can make it through. Excellent, indeed. So, yeah, I've now made it through a couple of the levels just by going slow and steady, you know? Just taking out all of my frustration, but instead of making a big anger thing, I just, you know, I went slow and steady. So these levels aren't so bad once you go slow and steady. Alright? The game can be beaten if you just take your time. And just... Alright. So let's go to the end of level 3. Yes! Alright. Garth again. Every level ends like this. I shouldn't be surprised at this point. But now, we're down to the first boss. And all I've got to defend myself are a few power-ups and this penis-shaped amp. So this is like a weird guitar, I guess. Is that supposed to be the guitar that Wayne wants? Like the, you know, one day it will be mine. Oh yes, it will be mine. Is that what we're... Yeah, I can use some of the swing power. Swing is like an area clear power, like a shmup power. It does massive damage, and you need at least 2 or 3 of those to fight this dude. So yeah, there you go. Die, die, motherfucker, die. Yes, beat the first boss of Wayne's World. Let's go on to the level 5. Right? Is that what's happening? Oh, okay. More story. Denied. Yeah, you betcha. Alright, skip. Ooh, the Bohemian Rhapsody sequence. Cool. And now back to the game. Back to the game. Alright. Okay. Alright, good. Now, that was a kind of a long loading time, or whatever, just a pause. So now we're in Stan Mikita's donut shop, except we're like the incredible shrinking Wayne or something. I don't get it. Also, all of these enemies, like the first level, okay, fine, whatever, but this level is really where it starts to show that all of the enemies look like they're designed either by like different designers who have didn't care for the overall art design, or are from another game. They all look like different assets from other games. It's really insane. Like, you got the ones that have a bit of a cartoony, like anthropomorphic face kind of thing, but then you have all these like weirdo enemies that they don't look the same. They all look like they're assets from different things. It's really weird, and they also all don't look like Wayne. And not that they would, because they're like not people or whatever, but like, yeah, no, it's just weird. These levels are hard too, but these levels, there's less of them. There's only 3, including the boss from the Stan Mikita's Donuts. Here I am on the 3rd one now. Keep going. Keep going. You can do this! Let's play a drinking game. Every time I say keep going, just take a drink. Alright. Oh no, ugh, it's the donut. It's Evil Donut Man. Die, Evil Donut Man! Bleh! Christ. Oh no, don't kill me! Oh, but I want to! Blah, blah, whatever they said in the movie. Well, I'm doing it now. Doing it live, okay? The bosses are not that bad. They're just a bit unfair. Alright, level 3. Sorry, chapter 3, world 3, whatever the hell. The gas works. Finally, we're getting somewhere. Alright. So now we have the bar. Cool. I do like some of the stuff on here. Like, I like the little air hockey table. That's pretty cool. Oh no! It's Lara Flynn Boyle. I mean, sorry, it's Stacy. Played by Lara Flynn Boyle of Twin Peaks and Men in Black 2. She played Wayne's ex-girlfriend in the movie, and she was rather rude. Alright, so who's the boss here? It's, of course, Elvis. Remember in the movie Wayne's World where Wayne was an enemy of the king for some reason? And yes, of course, much like Clay Fighter, thank you very much is said more often than even Wayne's own catchphrases in just this one fight scene. The second phase of him is kind of tough, but it's at least it's a little more like predictable where he's gonna be and stuff. Ah, there we go. So see, it's once you get to the bosses, once you find a good balance after that first level, it's a lot easier to progress through the game. Yeah. But don't get me wrong, this is still a game that's hard as balls. This is like many attempts at getting here, and one of the things that sucked the most about this game, like a lot of games at the time because of the whole rental stuff at Blockbuster and things, is if you die or get a game over, you start from the whole beginning. It's one of those. There are passwords to get back to where you were, but, you know, you try to minimize the use of it in order to be a real gamer. Okay, so this is the first Suburbia level, and if you thought the other levels looked kind of like vomit on screen, welcome to Suburbia, motherfucker, where it makes the least sense of all. Well, what's going on here? Maybe they were trying to go for the poster of Wayne's World, you know, where the Garth and Wayne are in the sky. You know, you're gonna hurl, you're gonna have a good time. Maybe that's what they were going to go for, but I think whoever designed this level looked at Wayne and Garth's friend Phil and opened up the code for the game and said, if you're gonna hurl in this, right? Okay, so now we have Xantar, the gelatinous cube, and if you watched Wayne's World, you know that that was the new game that Brian Doyle Murray's character Noah Vanderbilt was advertising through the Wayne's World revamped show. So yeah, they actually, at the very least, you can give them that they actually tried to get shit from the game in the game. So this is still it's a tough fight, and this is after a long time of practicing this fight, but once you get the rhythm of it, it's not that hard compared to some of those first levels, because the unfairness of it, you sort of get used to it, and by the time you're at this character here, this is like level 12, so it's really a short game. If you're able to get through that first hurdle of those first few levels, actually the level 1, if level 2 or 3 of the music shop was actually level 1, it would have been like a lot more doable in terms of game, and they just put a really hard level at the beginning, so most kids who would rent this game would just not be able to get very far in it. So yeah, so now, wow, I actually finished Wayne's World for the Super Nintendo. Sweet. That's a pat on the back of baby Jerome here. Jeez whiz. No, that's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy. This is pretty cool. This is more than pretty cool. This is really cool. Alright, so yeah. Wow. I beat Wayne's World. So now we're talking about babes from the 90s like Ellie Macpherson or Julia Roberts. Somehow somebody thought Julia Roberts was really sexy. To me, it's like Meryl Streep situation where you just respect the acting, but as a physical person, I don't know how attracted I am to them. But I guess maybe in 1992 or something. So yeah, now they're telling us to fuck off and go home. So we're fished in. No thanks.